morning, dear students. Welcome to another English language program intended for the students who are getting ready for the O-level examination. We have been discussing some past questions, and today we will be discussing another test item. And here to explain the lesson, we have Tanuja Michaels, and we hope that we will teach you a very important test item today. Yes, Tanuja, what is the test item that we have selected today?
Yes, good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss question number 11 of the GCE OL English language paper. So today we will be discussing question number 11. That is,
what sort of questions may come for this test 12?
Yes, basically it's about vocabulary items.
Yes.
You will be given a paragraph and with blanks, and you will be asked to fill in the blanks.
In some years they have changed this pattern as well.
Yes.
So children, will be teaching you different types of test activities today under this test level. Yes. Shall we start with some simple activities?
Yes, we'll start with simple activities, and then we'll move on to the past paper
then we will
questions.
discuss the past paper. So first we will be discussing some simple activities, exercises, so that you all can be familiar with the activities. Yes, Tanuja?
Yes, so let's move on to the slides. So this is about a simple activity. Read the following invitation and fill in the blanks. Use the words given in the box. The first one is done for you. So the answers you have been given are your, are, don't, is, and, with. So you have to read the text and fill in the blanks with these given words: your, are, don't, is, and with. This is a note. So doing this you will be able to learn how to write a note also.
Yes, a simple note.
Yes. So we will read the note. 10/9/2014. Mala, how blank you getting on? The weather blank fine here. Come and stay blank us during the holidays. Bring blank friends and blank forget time soon. Blank say yes. Rani.
Yes, children. Now you can see how simple this is written. Just a name Mala and then ended with another name, and you have to know the words again, children. The words that we have to use: your, are, don't, is, and with. So shall we discuss the answers, Tanya?
Yes, the first one, as you can see, how blank you getting on. So normally when we ask, we always ask, how are you?
How are you?
Oh, so
yes.
How are you? The first answer will be are. How are you getting on? The weather, it's taken as a singular form, the weather, therefore we have to use out of these words a singular form. The weather is fine here. Come and stay blank us during the holidays. So come and stay, out of the answers that we have already marked, we have to see what answer we can put here. Come and stay with us during the holidays. Bring blank friends. Bring your friends and don't forget Tanya. Write soon and say yes. So these are the answers. As you can see, you have to read a lot, children. Then you will be familiarized with the words that we have to use. Singular නම් මොන වගේ වචනද අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ? අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕන නිපාත පද මොනවද, prepositions. එතකොට මොන වගේ වෙලාවට මොන වගේ පදද පාවිච්චි කරන්න කියලා අපිට අවබෝධයක් තියෙන්නට ඕනේ. කියවීම පුරුදු ඇති කරගත්තා නම් අපිට ගොඩක් ලේසි වෙනවා මේ වගේ activities වලට answers ලියන්න.
practice is very important.
Very
isn't it?
important, yeah.
Yes.
Practice makes perfection.
Yes, so children, please practice. You can do those simple exercises so you'll be familiar. Then you all know, okay, what word should come there when you use these continuously.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll take another simple activity, children. Yes, Tanuja?
Yeah, this is also about a very simple activity. You have to use certain, we have given certain words, select the correct word from the brackets. So the words given are were, bought, met, went, were shouting, came back. Were, bought, met, went, were shouting, came back.
All were in past tense.
Yes. And මේ වෙලාවේ චූටි දෙයක් මතක් කරන්න ඕනේ අපි දරුවන්ට හැමතිස්සෙම දුවේ පුතේ මේ වගේ ඇක්ටිවිටි එකකදී ඔයගොල්ලෝ එක වචනයක් ලියලා ඉවර වෙද්දී හැමතිස්සෙම පැන්සලකින් ඒ ලියපු වචනේ කපන්න. ඒතර ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙනවා අපිට අදාළ වචනේ දැන් මේක ආයි කියවන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. නැත්තම් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ළමයි කරන්නේ නැවත නැවත එම වචනෙම කියවද්දී අපිට කාලය පොඩ්ඩක් මදි වෙනවා ඊළඟ උත්තර වලට කාලය. Yeah, so let's go to the slide. The first question is, yesterday I blank to the fair with my mother.
Second one, there we blank some vegetables and fruits.
Number 3, there blank a lot of people at the fair.
Next one, the vegetable sellers blank.
Next one, I blank our teacher. Later,
we blank home with a lot of vegetables and fruits.
අපි දැන් උත්තරත් එක්ක බලමු මේ ප්‍රශ්නෙම.
You can see the question again so that you will be familiar with the sentences.
Yesterday I blank to the fair with my mother. ඒතර yesterday කියන්නේ අතීත කාලය හා සම්බන්ධ වචනයක් yesterday. එතකොට yesterday I out of these words were, bought, met, went, were shouting, came back. මේ වචන පහෙන් ගොඩක්ම සුදුසුම වචනේ මොකක්ද? So the answer should be went to the fair with my mother.
Yeah, it's to the fair, a place. Then she had gone to that place, so we say yesterday I went to the fair with my mother.
Then the second one, there we blank some vegetables and fruits. So what did we do there? So we bought some vegetables and fruits. මෙතන තව එක දෙයක් අපේ දරුවන්ට මතක් කරන්න ඕනේ. ඔය bought එකයි brought එකයි අතර වෙනස. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ළමයි පටලව ගන්නවා BOUGHT bought කියන්නේ මිල දීලා ගත්තා. ඒ කියන්නේ buy එකේ past tense එක. BROUGHT කියන්නේ brought. Bring එකේ past tense එක. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අපේ දරුවෝ මේක පටලව ගන්නවා මේ දෙක. bought කියන්නේ දරුවනේ buy එකේ past tense එක මිලදී ගත්ත කියන අදහසයි මෙතනදී දෙන්නේ. There we bought some vegetables and fruits. So the third one is there blank a lot of people at the fair. There were a lot of people at the fair. එහි මිනිසුන් ගොඩක් සිටියා කියන අර්ථය දෙන්නේ.
The vegetable sellers they were doing something. Then you have to say the vegetable sellers were shouting.
And the next one is I blank our teacher late. I blank our teacher. So මට ගුරුතුමියව හමු වුණා. එතකොට I met our teacher. And later we blank home with a lot of vegetables and fruits. එතකොට එක වචනයයි දැන් ඉතුරුලා තියෙන්නේ we came back home with a lot of vegetables and fruits.
So that is very simple, children, when you look at this thing. A casual incident. When you went to the fair, what you did there, what you saw there. So when you talk about such things, when you are familiar with these things, these activities will be very easy. Yes, Tanuja?
Yes, and now we are moving on to the past paper questions.
Yes. So we will take a question from a past paper. It is 2008 O-level question. A question.
Yeah. So before that, I think we should remind our students that we should stick to the tense. We should think of the tense.
Yes.
And the time, the prepositions, all these things. So the question in 2008 they have given is Complete the following paragraph using the words given in brackets to form a word that fits the blank space. ඒ කියන්නේ හිස් තැනක් දීලා තියෙනවා. ඒ හිස් තැනට අදාළ උත්තරේ ඒ වචනේ දීලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වචනේ හරි විදිහට ගලපලා හරි වචනේ යොදන්නයි අපේ දරුවන්ට තියෙන්නේ. The first one is done for you.
දරුවනේ අරට වඩා වෙනස්. දැන් ඕගොල්ලන් ඉස්සෙල්ලා ඉගෙන ගත්තේ හරියට තියෙන වචනයක් දාන එක. දැන් මේ verb form එක හරි පදය මෙතනට තෝරනවා වෙනකොට ඕගොල්ලෝ ඊට වඩා මේක ගැන පරිස්සම් වෙන්න ඕනේ. මෙතනට noun එකක්ද verb එකක්ද adjective එකක්ද මොකක්ද අපි යෙදෙන්නේ කියලා.
අපි මීට කලින් මේකම question එක ඉගෙන ගත්තා question number 9 and 10 යටතේ. එතකොට මේක අපේ දරුවන්ට තවත් ලේසි වෙයි. අපි බලමු ඊගාව slide එකේ මොනවද අපිට දීලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. So let's move on to the next slide now. This is the 2008 question. We all love to see birds in their blank, within brackets, differ range of colors. Recently, a 3-day blank, within brackets, exhibit of photographs featuring birds was held in Gaul. The title of it was The Feathers. The young blank, within brackets, photograph who had organized it told us that he became a bird watcher quite unexpectedly.
Shall we read it once again?
Yes.
We all love to see birds in their blank, differ range of colors. Recently, a 3-day blank exhibit of photographs featuring birds was held in Gaul. The title of it was The Feathers. The young blank photograph who had organized it told us that he became a bird watcher quite unexpectedly.
His blank, curious about birds, turned into a love of bird watching, and then he had started to photograph them. The blank select on display showed how far and wide he had travelled. His photographing of birds had made him quite blank knowledge about the birds and their habitats.
Once again, children. His blank, curious about birds turned into a love of bird watching, and then he had started to photograph them. The blank select on display showed how far and wide he had travelled. His photographing of birds had made him quite blank knowledge about the birds and their habitats. So you might have got an idea what this passage is about a person, how this person had become a photographer. දරුවනේ මං හිතනවා ඕගොල්ලන්ට මේක දැන් පොඩි අවබෝධයක් ඇති කියලා මේක පැසේජ් එක ගැන bird watching සම්බන්ධයෙන් birds ලා ගැන තියෙන්නේ. So let us see how we can fill those blanks.
Yes, and you should, children, know how to, the other words. Now, certain words are given within brackets. At the same time, you should know the other words. Like if they have given a noun, you should know the verb of it and the adjective, adverb. So we have done enough exercises on this. So just try to learn the other related words.
And they have to know what word class should come there, whether it should be an adjective, whether it's a noun that we have to use now. So that is experienced children. That is why we were repeatedly telling to do more exercises like these to get familiar. Yes, Tanuja, shall we?
So we'll see the answers with this. We all love to see birds in their differ range of colors. So differ කියලා අපිට මෙතන දීලා තියෙනවා. Differ is a verb. So differ, range is a noun. ඒතර noun එකක් ළඟින් අපි මීට ඉස්සෙල්ලා කලින් කතා කරලා තියෙනවා. We need an adjective there. So what is the adjective? Differ, different. Different range of colors. Recently, a 3-day blank exhibit. So exhibit again is a verb. එතකොට exhibit නම් මෙතනදී අපිට ඕන කරන්නේ a 3-day, we need a noun here, exhibition of photographs featuring birds was held in Gaul. The title of it was The Feathers. The young blank photograph. So young means it's something to do with a person. So can you keep it as photograph? you have to change the word. So it has to be young photographer.
So young is the adjective, so
Yes.
you need a noun there.
Photographer who had organized it told us that he became a bird watcher quite unexpectedly.
His blank curious about. Now his what? Then you have to have a noun there. So what is the noun you can form out of curious? Curiosity. එයාගේ කුතුහලය මේ bird watching ගැන තියෙන. So his curiosity about birds turned into a love of bird watching, and then he had started to photograph them. The blank on displays. Then the what? Then you need a noun there. So the word is select. So what is the noun you can form out of this verb? The selections on display showed how far and wide he had traveled. His photographing of birds had made him quite, now again quite is an adjective, so you need a quite knowledgeable, knowledgeable, okay, දැනුවත්කම about the birds and their habitats. So let us read the whole passage once again.
And knowledgeable is an adjective.
Adjective. Yes. Shall we read from the beginning?
Yeah. We all love to see birds in their different range of colors. Recently, the 3-day exhibition of photographs featuring birds was held in Gaul. The title of it was The Feathers. The young photographer who had organized it told us that he became a bird watcher quite unexpectedly. His curiosity about birds turned into a love of bird watching, and then he had started to photograph them. The selections on display showed how far and wide he had traveled. His photographing of birds had made him quite knowledgeable about the birds and their habitats.
Right. So let us move on to another activity, children. This time we have taken the 2011 question number 11 in the 2011 O-level paper. Yes, Tanuja?
Yeah, this is an exercise on vocabulary. So your vocabulary is tested. So we'll move on to the next slide. The words given are to, and, for, on, seated, thanked, looked, in, asked, asked me, off, see, stop, possibly. So these are the words. So you'll be given a paragraph and you have to fill in the blanks suitably. ඔගලන්ට මේ වචන දීලා තියෙනවා දරුවනේ 2011 වසරේ විභාග ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍රයේ. ඒතර ඔයාලට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ මේ අදාළ වචන එම අදාළ exercise activity එකේ හිස්තැන් වලට පුරවන එක. ඒතර අපි බලන්න ඕනේ මේක සුදුසුම වචනේ මොකක්ද කියලා. දැන් වචන ගොඩාක් තියෙනවා. මෙම වචන වලින් මොකක්ද අදාළ සුදුසුම වචනේ කියලායි අපි බලන්න ඕනේ. අර කලින් කිව්වා වගේ ඒ හිස්තැන් පුරවද්දී ටිකක් කල්පනා කරන්න අපි ඒක ආයෙත් ටික් ඔෆ් කරන්න ඕනේ කපලා දාන්න පැන්සලකින්. එතකොට අපිට කාලේ ඉතුරු වෙන නිසා. Okay, so we'll move on to the slide. One morning, while I was traveling to office by train, something interesting happened. I was reading the newspaper and would have missed my stop but for a stranger, a young man who tapped me, blank, the soldier, and told blank I had better get blank before the train started blank move. The following morning, I blank around for the man, blank, there he was right, blank, front of me. I blank him for his thoughtfulness and blank him how he could blank know which was my blank. As a daily traveller, blank 2 years. He said seriously, I blank you on this train blank at the same place every day. I catch the train at 7:44. You get off at 8 and I sit down. Sir, you are my reserved seat on the train.
This is a story, children, what had happened to some people. So let us see the answers now.
One morning, while I was traveling to office by train, something interesting happened. I was reading the newspaper and would have missed my stop but for a stranger. A young man who tapped me blank the shoulder. So tapped me, normally you tap on the shoulders. උරහිසට තට්ටු කිරීම නේද? එතකොට එතන එන්න ඕන preposition එක දරුවනේ on the shoulder and told blank I had better. කාටද කිව්වේ? මට. එතකොට එතනද එන්න ඕන පිළිතුර told me I had better get off. Get off before the train started to move.
It is to infinitive, children. To move. Started to move. The following morning, I round for the man. So I looked round. What apita belua? I looked round for the man, and then conjunction. You join the two sentences. And there he was right front of me. You know the word that the preposition should go in front of me. I, him, for the thoughtfulness. You thank him. So I thanked him for his thoughtfulness, and him how he could. I asked and asked him how he could possibly know which was my stop, how he had to know that it was my stop. So this is a story, and so when you, if you have the paper with your children, you can easily fill these because this is a simple story. Yes, Tanuja.
Yes, and the story moves on to say like this. As a daily traveler, blank 2 years. So as a daily traveler, the answer should be for 2 years. He said seriously, I blank you on this train. Then මෙච්චරලා past tense එකෙන් කතන්දරය ඇවිල්ලා දැන් ඔන්න එනවා present tense වලට. I see you on this train seated at the same place every day. I catch the train at 7:44. You get off at 8 and I sit down. Sir, you are my reserved seat on the train. So here එක උත්තරයක් අපිට ලේසියෙන්ම ගන්න පුළුවන්. මෙතන get off කියන වචනේ කලින්ම දීලා තියෙනවා. ඒතර තව තැනකදී අපිට get කියන වචනේ දීලා blank එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා. එතන off කියන වචනේ උත්තරේ තියෙනවා. ඉතින් දරුවනේ මේ වගේ චූටි දේවල් අපි පොඩ්ඩක් ගන්න ඕනේ ඔළුවට. අපි එහෙනම් යමු නේද ඊගාව question එකට 2012.
Yes, 2012. A question now, children. Now you will see this is different. Again, what we had done just now was the words were given. වචන දීලා ඔයගලන්ට දාන්න තියෙන්නේ. But now this is you have to write the correct form of the verb. So let us move on to the activity.
2012. Yeah, it says fill in the blanks using the correct form of the verb given within brackets. Some verb forms have more than one word. The first one is done for you. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ උත්තරේට එක වචනයක් නෙමෙයි සමහරකට වචන දෙක තුන දක්වා verb form එක යන්න පුළුවන් කියලායි දරුවනේ අපිට කියන්නේ. Mr. Pearsena blank ride his bicycle to work every day, even on rainy days. He has loved bikes ever since he blank gave his first bicycle by his father on his 5th birthday. When he becomes 50 years old this year, he blank ride a bicycle for 45 years.
Sometimes people ask Mr. Pearsena why he blank, the word given is not used, a car. I'm not sure, he says. In a car, I do not get the feel of the wind or the sun on my face.
When I'm blank work in my office, I have to sit inside a room for about 8 hours of the day. So I prefer blank, ride my bike to work and feel the wind on my face rather than driving a car. So here again they have given us so many words, so you have to find the right verb. So the verb can be one word or two words, sometimes three words also, depending on the tense. So tense එක අපි හඳුනගන්න ඕන දරුවනේ මේක අතීත කාලයක් ගැන කතා කරන දෙයක්ද වර්තමාන කාලෙද එහෙම නැත්නම් අනාගත කාලයක් ගැනද මේ කියන්නේ කියන එක අඳුනගත්තොත් අපිට ලේසියෙන්ම පුළුවන් මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්නකට උත්තර දෙන්න. අපි එහෙනම් බලමු උත්තරත් එක්කම Mr. Pearson blank ride his bicycle to work every day. Every day කියන්නේ දරුවනේ මෙතනදී හැමදාම වෙන දෙයක්. ඒතර අපි කලින් ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙනවා every day කියන්නේ habitual action එකක් නම් එතන අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම Mr. Pearson කියන්නේ singular. එතකොට ඒක වචනයකදී අපි අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම verb එකට s එකතු කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා third person singular verb වලට s එකතු කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා අපි කලින් ඉගෙන ගත්තා. ඒතර ride නම් third person singular කරන්න අපි verb එකට මොනවද කරන්න ඕනේ? Ride අපි s එකතු කරොත් rides වෙනවා.
Simple present tense.
Yes, simple present tense.
When you describe a usual casual incident every day what you are doing, you have to use the simple present tense.
Mr. Pearson rides his bicycle to work every day, even on rainy days. He has loved bikes ever since he blank give his first bicycle by his father on his 5th birthday. ඒතර මෙතනදී කියන්නේ ඔහුට වයස 5ේදී ඒ bicycle හම්බෙච්ච දා සිටම loved bikes ever since එතකොට answer එක වෙන්න ඕනේ was given his first bicycle by his father on his 5th birthday.
This
So
is
here the
the
passive voice. Yes, the passive.
By is their children,
Yeah.
by somebody.
And was given, you have the helping verb was there and the past participle is there. So it is a passive verb here. He was given a bike. He was given his first bicycle by his father on his 5th birthday. When he becomes 50 years old this year, he ride a bicycle for 45 years. එතකොට අවුරුදු 50ක් වෙද්දි මේ අවුරුද්දේ ඔහු බයිසිකල් එකක් පැදලා අවුරුදු 45ක් වෙනවා කියලායි මෙතනදී කියන්නේ.
පැදලා තියෙවි.
තාම 50 ඔහුගේ උපන්දිනේ 50 වෙනි උපන්දිනේ ලැබලා නැහැ ඔහු. When he becomes 50 years old this year, මේ වසරේදී වයස 50ක් වෙද්දී. So the verb form should be will have ridden a bicycle for 45 years. Sometimes people ask Mr. Pearson why he not use අපිට දීලා තියෙන වචනේ not use a car. ඒතර සමහර මිනිස්සුන් අහනවලු ඇයි ඔබ කාර් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැත්තේ? ඒතර මේක දැන් අහන්නේ present tense එකෙන් නිසා not use it, Mr. Pearson is singular, so it has to be does not use. Sometimes people ask Mr. Pearson why he does not use a car. I'm not sure, he says. In a car, I do not get the feel of the wind or the sun on my face.
When I'm, the word given is work, in my office. So this is I am, so then you have to use the ing form, present continuous. When I am working in my office, I have to sit inside a room for about 8 hours of the day. So I prefer. Now here you can use two words, either I prefer to ride, with the word is ride, I prefer to ride, or you can say I prefer riding my bike to work. Both are correct here, children. I prefer to ride my bike to work, or I prefer riding my bike to work and feel the wind on my face rather than driving a car. Right. So now let us see how we can use these who, whose, whom, why in a sentence, how we can fill the blanks using these WH question words.
Yeah.
But here we are using not as question words,
Yeah.
but different, as conjunctions. Yes.
Yeah, so the question goes like this. Rewrite the sentences below, filling each space with the correct word from this list. You may use the same words more than once. One has been done for you. The words given are children who, whose, whom, what. එතකොට දරුවනේ අපිට දීලා තියෙන වචන තමයි who, whose, whom, what. ඒතර who කියන්නේ හැමතිස්සෙම පුද්ගලයෙක් හා සම්බන්ධයි නේද?
Yes. And whose you again for a person, but to show the ownership of somebody.
Possessiveness.
Possessiveness. And whom?
Whom අපි පාවිච්චි කරනවා යමක් වෙනුවෙන් කියන අර්ථය කියන්න. So what again we use යම් කිසි දෙයක් ගැන කියන්න. So we'll move on to the activities. This is the boy, blank, coat was stolen. This is the boy whose coat was stolen. The second one is, I should like to know, blank, throw the stone. I should like to know, blank, throw the stone.
Do you know to blank you're speaking? Do you know to whom you're speaking? කාටද කතා කරන්න කියලා දැනගන්න පුළුවන්ද? Can you see blank I see? මම දකින දේ ඔයාටත් දකින්න පුළුවන්ද? Can I see what I see?
Blank, do you wish to meet? Blank, do you wish to meet? Next one, blank, ball is that. ඒතර මේවා WH questions විදිහට ගන්නත් පුළුවන් දරුවනේ. Connecting words එහෙම නැත්නම් conjunctions විදිහට ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. දැන් අපි බලමු උත්තරත් එක්කම. The first one is, the first answer is given to you. This is the boy whose coat was stolen. And the second one is, I should like to know who threw the stone. I should like to know who threw the stone. Third one is,
කවුද මේක විසිකරේ කියලා මම දැනගන්න කැමතියි. Who?
do you know to whom you are speaking? Do you know to whom you are speaking? Can you see what I see? Can you see what I see? And the next one is, who do you wish to meet? Who do you wish to meet?
ඔබ කාවද හම්බ වෙන්න කැමති?
Whose ball is that? Whose ball is that? එතර දරුවනේ මේ නිපාත පද කියන ඒවා what is that conjunctions.
Yes.
Conjunctions අපි ගොඩක් වෙලාට පාවිච්චි කරනවා sentences දෙකක් එකතු කරන්න. Basic conjunctions ගැන අපි කතා කරනවා නම් and but o කියන conjunctions තුන අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන්. And but o. And ගොඩක් වෙලාට අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ සමානව තියෙන අදහස් දෙකක් තියෙන වාක්‍යයන් දෙකක් එකතු කරන්න. but අපි use කරනවා
වෙනස් අදහස් දෙකක් එකතු කරන්න.
Yes. And at the same time o කියන පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැත්නම් කියන අර්ථය දෙන්න. So මාලා
or Nimala, something like that, out
yes.
of them.
Yeah. So Mala went to shop and Leela went to shop. And අදහස් දෙකක් එකතු කරන්න අපි යොදනවා ඒ conjunctions. Mala went to shop but Nimala went to school. ගැලපෙන්නේ නැති අදහස් දෙකක්. or use කරන්නෙත් ඒ වගේම තමයි. අපි බලමු exercise එකක්. This is 2013 O level paper. There the objective has been assess the ability to use linking words to combine sentences. වාක්‍යයන් එකතු කිරීමේදී කොහොමද ළමයාගේ තියෙන ability එක කියලා. ඉතින් අපිට මෙතනදී ලකුණු 5ක් හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා අපේ දරුවන්ට. ඉතින් අපි බලමු දැන් ප්‍රශ්නේ. Join each of these pairs of sentences to form a complete sentence. Use the words given. You can use one word only once. The first one is done for you. So the words given are but, where, who, which, while, when. where කියලා කියද්දී අපි but ගැන කතා කරා. where කියලා කියද්දී හැමතිස්සෙම ස්ථානයක් හා සම්බන්ධයි. who කියලා කියද්දී හැමතිස්සෙම පුද්ගලයෙක් හා සම්බන්ධයි. about a person. which is always about a thing. යම්කිසි දෙයක් ගැන. And while we use
when two actions are going with one item is going on, the other thing. While.
Yes. And when it's always about a time, a period.
Yes, period.
Yes. So the first, let's go to the next slide. So the first question is, it started raining hard. Lal was waiting for a bus. It started raining hard. Lal was waiting for a bus. So out of these words that they have given, but, where, who, which, while, when දරුවනේ මේ වචන වලින් වඩාත්ම සුදුසු වචනේ මොකක්ද මේ වාක්‍ය දෙක එකතු කරලා sentence එකක් කරන්න. It started raining hard while Lal was waiting for a bus. Lal බස් එකක් වෙනුවෙන් ඉන්න වෙලාවේදී වයින්න පටන් ගත්තා.
It started raining hard while Lal was waiting for a bus.
So the second one is, we'll go to the next slide. On Sunday, Lasitha went to the market. It sells fresh fruits and vegetables. On Sunday, Lasitha went to the market. It sells fresh fruits and vegetables. So then අපිට ඉතුරු වෙලා තියෙන ඉතුරු වචන වලින් අපිට වඩාත්ම සුදුසු වචනේ මොකද්ද මේ sentences දෙක combine කරන්න. On Sunday, Lasitha went to the market which sells fruits and vegetables.
So it talks about the place, the market which sells fruits and vegetables.
So number 3, this is my friend Sharika. She won the Best Actress Award. So this is talking about a person, Sharika. අපි කලින් කිව්වා වගේ පුද්ගලයෙක් ගැන සඳහන් කරන්න නම් අපි use කරන්නේ who කියන conjunction එක. So this is my friend Sharika who won the Best Actress Award. So the answer will be, this is my friend Sharika who won the Best Actress Award.
I missed the bus yesterday. I came to school on time. So different ideas. I missed the bus yesterday. මට ඊයේ බස් එක මග ඇරුණා. නමුත් මම පාසලට වෙලාවට ආවා. Then different items we use but. I missed the bus yesterday but I came to school on time. දැන් පේන දරුවනේ එකක් එහෙම දේ වුණාට මම වෙලාවට ආවා. Then you have to use but.
Number 5, Nimali used to swim in the river. She was very young then. Nimali used to swim in the river is the first sentence, and the second sentence is she was very young then. දැන් අපිට ඉතුරුලා තියෙන වචන වලින් දරුවෝ හිතන්න මොකද්ද අපිට මේ සඳහා use කරන්න පුළුවන් වචනය. Nimali used to swim in the river when she was very young. Nimali used to swim in the river when she was very young.
Look at that school on the hill. My father studied there. Look at that school on the hill. My father studied there. So it's a place. Look at that school. And that school is where my father studied. මගේ තාත්තා ඉගෙන ගත්ත ඉස්කෝලේ. So then a place, so we use where. Look at that school on the hill where my father studied. Right, children, so we have come to the end of today's program. I hope you have got some knowledge about how to answer a type of a question. So hope to meet you all with another interesting lesson in the next week. Have a nice day, children.